Okay. Hey, Carol. Hi, Marie. Give me a second. So, I have a story to tell. I have a story to tell, and I want you to tell me if you think I did the right thing. Because I'm not sure I did. Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to do 2,000 things at once. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. So, I'm at my brother's house because they're waiting on their food to be delivered, right? So, I'm down there, the food gets there, I put it on the kitchen table, I'm ready to leave, and I can't lock up the house, so I was planning on going out the gate and closing the gate and leaving. But the dogs can push their way out the gate. And it's nice enough now that they can be out. Long story short, a neighbor kid comes over and starts playing basketball. I open up the front door and I tell him, hey, I have to leave and I have to go out the back gate. And the dogs could potentially push their way through. He looks at me and he goes, can they bite me? Or will they bite me? And I'm like, I have no idea. They're not my dogs. I don't know if they will bite or not. So I'm thinking, oh, he's left. No, he's still there. For me, I would have gone home. I would have watched from the house to make sure everything was okay, and then I'd come back over. If the dogs had gotten out and he would have got bit, oh, I was so mad. Hi, Craig. How are you? And on top of it, I don't have my keys. No clue what I did with them. Anyway, can you guys hear me okay? I don't know what is going on if Okay. Whoo. So I don't know. I don't know if I did the right thing by warning him and giving him that heads up or not. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if I didn't and the dogs got out and something were to happen, I don't know. I mean, granted, they're not my dogs, but still. We're going to start off with Hippo Bay. So, yeah, but one, the homeowners aren't even home. So I don't know. No, I did. I let them out. The dogs are behind the gate. They're behind a closed gate. So it's not like they're going to get away as long as the gate is open, as long as the gate is shut. The dogs made no attempt to follow me. So it was all good. Okay. Hi everybody. Let's get down to business because I'm ready to talk. So the Berlin Zoo has some really great exhibits. This is one of them. It's not overly huge compared with the other one that we're going to talk about. When I do these, I always pair them up with a foreign zoo and a zoo from the United States. And so this is our out-of-country zoo exhibit. And again, this is from Hippo Bay Zoo Berlin. If you want to look it up later, let me give you a... This is not my video. This is a link to the zoo exhibit that I'm talking about. You can watch it later. Well, let's put it this way. A neighbor kid came over. The dogs are out. I warned him that they could push their way out. And there was a possibility he could get bit. Which he didn't. And the dogs did not get out. This is not my link. It is a link to somebody else's tour of Hippo Bay. So the exhibit is two areas. There's two outside exhibits. One is for the pygmy hippos. The other one is for the river hippos, the common hippos. And in the middle of that, so it looks... Oh, great. So this is what the building looks like. This half is for the pygmy hippos. This half is for the river hippos. The first exhibit area inside the actual house is for the pygmies, and it is divided into two enclosures, one for both of the animals. Hi, A3 Aviator. And there are fish in that water. And so then the I'm fine. I'm not nervous at all. The top of the exhibit is glass. No. So the top of the enclosure is glass, a glass dome. The zoo has two pygmy hippos and 4 common hippos. What's cool is that the hippos and their portion of the enclosure have an opening not just big enough for them to get out through into their outside pool, which their inside and outside pool are actually the same thing. Their outside space is also home to 2 nala, which are a type of African antelope. They have access to a grassy area as well, and I think they have a total of 2 acres, in which is also planted with grass and trees, which is really cool. And the river hippo pool has fish in it too, which helps to keep them nice and clean. The Louisville Zoo has an exhibit called Glacier Run. It was awarded the best zoo exhibit design in 2013. It also scored number 12 out of 20 zoos in the United States as well. The total cost for this exhibit was $21,900,654. It officially opened on January 26th. I'm sorry. 26th of April 2011. Glacier Run is home to a multitude of species, and we've already talked about an exhibit that sort of echoes this one, except I think the other one had more animals in it, and it was from one of the zoos in Europe, but I don't remember the name of it. I don't know what you're talking about, A3. We are going to take a verbal tour of the zoo exhibit. It is themed after a town in Canada. It opened its doors in 2011, but it was not completed till 2013. It's a pen and a piece of paper. My hand. Depending upon how you enter the exhibit, depends on what animal you meet first. You're either going to meet the bears or you're going to meet the owls. And the owls in question are snowy owls. I think there's 2 of them. Despite the other animals in this exhibit, the Stellar Eagle would be my pick for the must-see animal in this exhibit that is the big Glacier Run. This part of the exhibit is 50 feet high and is home to at least 2 stellar sea eagles, as well as azure-winged magpies, mandarin ducks, and red-breasted geese. And they are sort of divided up into 2 exhibits, but the waterfowl can actually access the other side of the exhibit as well. So after you see those animals, you then move to where the sea lions and seals are kept. They have 11 animals, but the exhibit can hold 14. The animals have a pool that is 108,000 gallons of water, or 409,000 liters. Not only can you watch the seals in the pool from several different perspectives, but you can also sort of watch a show. What they do is the keepers can actually do the medical stuff right in front of you, which is cool. At its deepest, the pool is 2.4 meters or 8 feet deep. This exhibit is home to California sea lions, harbor seals, and 2 gray seals that came from Brookfield Zoo in Illinois. Now, I didn't see the gray seals mentioned in the other websites, which is fine. Sometimes animals or zoos pick up animals. So, the next exhibit is modeled after a mining town. The bears can be rotated depending upon the time of day that you visit. And while moving from one part of the exhibit to the other, the bears literally pass right over your head. Now, something you might want to know or might be interested to know, the seal's pool is entirely saltwater. The bear's pool can be shifted between saltwater and freshwater. Now, the bears have 9,000 square feet, and their pool has almost double the depth of the seal pool at 14 feet deep. It holds 88,000 gallons of water and can hold, like I said, either saltwater or freshwater. Another really cool feature of this area is that there's a spot where they can feed the seals. Or they have an area where you can get sort of up close to where the keepers work with the bears. You can take pictures and whatnot. There are 3, or there were. No, the people, you can watch them being fed, but you can't feed them. The zoo has 3 grizzly bears, a mother and her cubs. The mom, unfortunately, was raiding garbage cans or something like that. And they removed her from the area twice. And she came back a 3rd time. And at that point, they were like, nope, you're done. And they removed her. And she spent some time at another location before being transferred to Louisville. They also have 1 polar bear. That is our visit with the Louisville Zoo. Our next one is going to be the New Quay Zoo. And the exhibit is... No, they didn't kill her. The exhibit is the Gems of the Jungle, and then the exhibit area for the United States Zoo is going to be Sanctuary Asia at the Oklahoma City Zoo. And we probably will be revisiting that one also. So I have started doing these interactive quiz things on the shorts. So the different shorts that I do will have little stickers on them. Sometimes they're quizzes, sometimes they're questions. I'm starting to do something like that on the community page. Now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to work it, but after we finish with the plants, we're going to do the animals. Our next live will be Tuesday. It'll be our last live for April. It is a planning session. May not do the planning session, may do something else. I forgot exactly what I said we were going to do. But I sort of want to talk about what we're looking at as far as when we get more members. As well as maybe talk about some of the fun things that we're going to be doing. But those will be announced on Tuesday. For me, the announcement is all about getting back to the basics, so I hope you'll enjoy it. Now I'm going to open it up for you to chat or ask questions. What she's trying to say is that when I stop to answer questions, or I'm looking at your comments, I get distracted and I lose my place. And I don't like that. It's okay to ask questions. If Carol or one of my moderators knows the answers, they can answer that for you. Otherwise, you need to wait till I'm done, and then I will answer any questions you have. But I'm not going to comment on what's in front of me for doing that. If you're going to tell me that I need to memorize my script, it's not happening. Mark Rowland. No, because I do want to look at the chat. Because it's okay for me to pause and ask questions that have to do with the chat. That are on topic. But I don't have time to comment on what you're posting. I can't juggle 2,000 things. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to do that. Unfortunately. I cannot for the life of me figure out what I do with my... Yes, that's true. Sorry, I had to get that out of there. I have nothing to say on that. I'm not Catholic. Other than, yes, it's sad that he died. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. I didn't see you lying. Neither did Carol. You said it, not us. I don't know. Sounds like an issue. Sorry. Sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry, I wanted to grab something off one of my other shelves. Ow! I'm trying to clean up a little bit. You know, Carol just removed this. Carol just removed the first one you put up. Why would you put up a second one? That says the same thing. This is why the other person... Let's see, Carol. Let's see, I want to see something. So he's already had one timeout too. And 3 deleted messages. I don't need you to post anything. Because if I'm right, you're about to take a trip. Carol, he's got Aviator. You have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds before I report you. You have 10 seconds to take my face off of your page. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm done. Carol, he gets banned. I want him banned. No, it's not. Yep, I'm done. Did you see what he did? He posted my picture on his in his community page. I'm like, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think so too. I'm gonna go. Hi, Lauren. Know what? Oh, wait. Lauren, if you're fine. You're fine. If you want to stay, we can stay. We just didn't know anybody else was in. That's all. Son of a gun. Why am I getting a warning when I don't get it? Hi, King. What am I doing? Is that a threat? Devontae, that a threat? Devontae, is that a threat? Is that a threat? Well, this is how I can do it. Devontae. Carol, do you... Carol, I need a screenshot of that comment. Do you know how to do that? I got it. No, you said it, not us. I don't want to see that. I'm timed out, or I'll come looking for you. Sounds like a threat to me. Devontae, we don't time out for no reason. But making a threat online, well, the problem is it did. And I don't know. I don't know that it's not a threat. So I could report you to the FBI. I don't know where you're at. I'm sure. Let's, Carol, I'm Devontae. The only time that you are kicked out of this live is when you're being rude. And you're not going to come at my moderators. And I'm pretty sure the comment that you just gave me, I'm pretty sure that the comment that you just gave me is enough to have you kicked off YouTube. Isn't my problem. That message will not be deleted. You shouldn't have said anything. Is what you should have done. Because now you're yeah. My moderators, not my problem, Devontae. Carol, you know what to do. I'm done. That's the second one tonight. The next time, if somehow he ends up back in here, Lauren, I am sorry. Hi, Francis. Yeah, and I am going to, I need to figure out what to do. I screenshotted it. I have a screenshot of it. You did, Lauren? You did what? I don't know if I should report it to my police or not. Is it still up? Like, can I still access it? Yeah, I know, but I still have it. I don't know where to put it. Hey guys, I'm going to let you go so I can take care of this. Yeah, I have it too. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think the first thing I'm going to do is contact Facebook. I'll talk to you later. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.